Yeah, everybody knows some rappers be lying about the stuff they do in songs. Some rappers don't though. Meet Tay-K, a 16-year-old kid who took the US Marshals on an insane cross-country chase. Why? Because Tay-K had a problem. And it all started when he gets a call from his friends. They said, "Yo, Tay-K." He said, "What's the word?" They said, "Yeah, we finna go rob this house." He said, "Let me get my coat." But something was a little strange about this robbery. They got this request from, as stated, a little white girl. That's important. She hits him up and says, "Yo, I want to rob my boyfriend. When I give you the signal, Tay-K and friends, knock on my door. I'll open it. Say, ah, you guys robbed the place. We split the cash." They say word. So Tay-K and his friends are outside the crib waiting. Now, Tay-K's friends have, but he does not. His job is to gather up all the valuable items because he's the youngest. Now, the girl's not answering their calls. They're like, "Oh, this is weird." She eventually tells him, "My bad, there's his roommates here. There's so many more people here than I thought. I was trying to wait till they left." Take his friend said, "That's a good plan. Or we can just come in anyway." The girl said, "That makes sense. What could go wrong?" Something went wrong. Because as soon as they walk in the spot, it's chaos. There was like 6 people in the house. Tay-K's friends had 6 people with him. They said, "Tay-K, continue anyway." So Tay-K's frantically trying to find stuff in the house while his friends have the girl's boyfriend and his roommate at point. Now, I need you to listen closely. Remember when I told you there was a bunch of people in the house? Well, the people consisted of Tay-K and his friends, little white girl and her girlfriends who were actually in on the plan, and then the 2 victims, little white girl's boyfriend and the roommate. Boom! All of a sudden, one of Tay-K's friends, it's the roommate. He says, "I don't know what happened." Everyone starts to lose it. The little white girl's boyfriend runs. He grabs his and starts bang, bang, bang. Tay-K's friend gets one in the shoulder and everyone leaves. As you can imagine, the police caught them all pretty quickly. They bring Tay-K in and he's crying. He's telling them the situation, what he was there for and all that. The police said, "Okay, we're gonna send you home on house arrest while we figure out how many decades we're gonna give you." Tay-K said, "Did you just say decades?" The police said, "Well, we was thinking 99 years, but yeah, decade." Tay-K said, "Oh no, you must not know. I'm 16. The police said, "Boy, you know what state you in?" Oh, Tay-K was in Texas, known to have some of the strictest laws in the United States. They don't care who was there, what, when. Somebody got, y'all all going down. 16? Sounds grown enough to me. Tay-K goes, "Damn." So he goes home and he's on house arrest. But here's where it starts to get wicked. Tay-K removes his ankle monitor and takes off. The police chief was sitting there chilling. An officer walks in. They said, "Sir." He said, "What?" They said, "That dude, Tay-K, he did the race." The chief said, "All right, we'll get him eventually." The officer said, "That's true, sir. But look online. He posting pictures saying, 'I'm gone. The police ain't never gonna catch me.' He's taking pictures with fans. How you think the TikToker got this picture?" The chief says, "Start the car." But see, Tay-K was already out of the state and the Texas police can't just go wherever they want. So they called the US Marshals. But I need you to listen. You can't just call the US Marshals on anyone. They have to be extremely dangerous. Luckily for them, they got another call about Tay-K. Tay-K had allegedly somebody else while trying to take their camera. Another chaotic situation, but this time Tay-K had to... Now remember what I just said? He took a camera. Why? Because he was getting pretty popular online and he also made music, so his songs were getting popular too. He then makes a song called The Race, and I'm not finna lie, that song is a banger, but I digress. After he makes a song, he does not release it though, because he knew he was gonna get caught, and well, he gets caught. After a few months, they bring him back to Texas to stand trial, and that is when he releases the song, and the song explodes. Like, the song goes platinum. It's everywhere. 21 Savage hops on the remix. Everyone is hearing about this song, including the judge in charge of his case, who basically says, "You made fun of us, so we finna get you." Prosecutor said, "Hey judge, we're gonna use his song against him as evidence. Is that okay?" The judge said, "I don't see why not." His lawyer said, "Hey, yo, y'all can't do that. Freedom of speech, freedom of..." Prosecutor said, "This is Texas. Hey judge, how about we just say he's an adult?" The judge said, "I don't see why not." His lawyer said, prosecutor said, "This is Texas." But here's where it starts to get wickeder. You remember little white girl from earlier? Tay-K's lawyer brings up the fact that she got 20 years, which was changed to 10 months probation. His lawyer said, "What's the difference between the 2 of them?" In this case, you have 2 16-year-olds that didn't anybody. In fact, she planned the whole thing. So technically, he shouldn't get more time, right? The judge said, that does sound fair, but technically, this is Texas. 55 years. So Tay-K gets the maximum sentence of 55 years, but something kind of interesting happened. See, I forgot to tell you, every single person, including her girlfriends, all black except for one, got life in prison. So the mother of the person who got said, why are you guys letting her go? They said, oh, she had a traumatic childhood. We'll give her a second chance. So the mother said, what about the other people who had a traumatic childhood? What about people who have traumatic childhoods but don't go around people? Now, let me just say, for the people that have a harder time, I, as well as the mother, are not defending Tay-K's actions. All we're saying is the justice system has to be fair for all. Although from what I read, she definitely did have it rough. Tay-K did have it rough growing up as well, but it might have just seemed standard for a black kid in America to them. But by that logic, they'd have to release the thousands of black kids they try as adults.